Well, Baltimore City is experiencing a record-breaking homicide rate. Solving crimes in the city is grabbing the attention of City Hall and the State House in Annapolis.
Yeah, that's why tonight 11 News explores a different aspect of crime fighting. 11 News' Andre Hepkins joins us here in the studio with how sketch art helps the Baltimore Police Department develop suspects. Andre.
Stan, Donna, a sketch artist comes in handy when there's no surveillance video of a suspect or when a criminal doesn't leave behind the physical evidence that leads detectives to his or her trail. Tonight, I'll introduce you to a man known as the Sketch Cop. He's helped cops solve violent crimes from Los Angeles to Baltimore.
Every time my phone rings, it's because someone got hurt really bad.
Michael Streed has a long law enforcement background.
I was a detective.
But art has long been in the foreground.
You know, I always drew as a child.
Streed has blended his crime-fighting expertise with his artistic aptitude. He now aids criminal investigations as a forensic sketch artist.
Provides a jump start for the investigation. It gives it something to start from, either someone recognizes and gives it a name so they can match that fingerprint later or that DNA.
Not every criminal leaves behind critical clues to the crime, but even if he or she does, a composite sketch makes the picture clearer.
The sketch that's already there helps corroborate that, so it's just another piece of the puzzle.
Streed helps piece that picture together by imagining a victim's memory. Before he talks to a victim or witness, he gathers as much information about the crime as possible. He talks to detectives. He reviews police reports. Then he talks to the witness.
Rapport building is the most important thing, bar none, to what I do.
What he does is create the image of a suspect after he's explored the mind of a victim or witness. This forensic facial imaging expert has served clients around the country, including Annapolis and Baltimore, talking to men, women, and children.
And I find that I get the best information actually from children.
Back in 2002, Streed used an interview with a 5-year-old girl to create the sketch of Alejandro Avila. In 2005, Avila was convicted of kidnapping, raping, and killing 5-year-old Samantha Runyon in Southern California. Avila snatched the girl, kicking and screaming. Her playmate, Sarah, saw the abduction.
We had that person in custody within 2 days of that sketch.
In my experience, the depictions are actually pretty close.
Baltimore Police Detective Donnie Moses says composite sketches are just as critical as videos and fingerprints in criminal cases. They're pieces that help complete a crime puzzle.
Helps us to identify these suspects and then arrest and then hopefully get a conviction. It's amazing how the sketch artist can take what the victim or the witness is putting out and actually put it onto paper.
To help sketch artists like Michael Streed transfer memories to paper and computer images, detectives say witnesses should focus on as many physical characteristics as feasible.
How the person walked, how they were dressed, even down to how they smelled if you were close enough, to the way they sounded, and then, of course, to what they looked like, the facial features.
And Michael Streed estimates that on average, he provides the Baltimore Police Department with about 75 to 100 sketches a year, and the BPD sees his service as an invaluable tool that has been successfully used in many cases. Andre Hepkins, WBAL TV 11 News.
Boy, that's incredible. Very interesting, Andre. Thank you.